Yeah, friends, Eric Andreas, your Guitar Sage here, just for a midday jam and a little bit of fun and some questions answered. And today I'm going to be showing you some patterns. These are patterns that some people discover on their own. Sometimes they learn them from a guitar teacher. Nonetheless, today we're going to be talking about those patterns, and they're patterns that I've found that are, number one, absolutely super easy. Not only are they super easy, they're the most powerful patterns. So what I try to do is I try to take stuff that's really hard to do and make it very simple to do. I don't know why. I've always been that way, very ergonomic, and I think that way. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. These aren't going to be patterns that are hard to do. These are patterns that literally you're going to be like, come on, that's been there the whole time, and it's absolutely going to change the way that you think about the guitar. Okay? Some fun things that we're going to be doing today. First off, we're on Facebook and on YouTube right now, so that's good stuff. I'm very excited about that. Finally got that worked out so that we can love on both of you guys, both YouTube and Facebook, and we can all be happy getting our questions answered. This, that, and the other thing, right? Let me shut this guy up. Sorry. So the things we're going to be doing today, we're going to be learning a bunch of stuff today. Normally I do one winner today. Today I'm doing 15 winners. What happened? Just because I want to serve a bunch of people, and I love giving stuff away. So what we're going to be doing today is, for folks that have shared this, you can share this on Twitter and share this on Facebook. You can share it other places as well, but if you do that, we're going to be picking 15 winners today. 10 winners are going to win an ebook bundle. That's we sell that on the website for $27. So that's 3 books. I won't even go into the details. You can see that on the website if you'd like to at YourGuitarSage.com. And there's a place there that says ebooks. You can find out all about that. But we're going to be giving 10 bundles away. That's 30 books to 10 winners, right? And we're going to be doing that. I'm going to be giving 5 CDs away to some 5 lucky winners. And then I'm also going to give one lucky winner a DVD of my Nashville number system, something that I did for True Fire Guitar a couple years ago. Well, about a year ago now. Maybe 2 years. And one of my CDs. So yay, 15 winners. So the chances of you winning are really highly, whatever. They're up there, okay? Your chances of you winning are great. Let's just say that. It's a good day. And also, we're doing something very, very special today. You'll see on the screen every now and then, you'll see that pop up. We're going to be doing a special. So we did this massive broadcast last week, and a bunch of people took advantage of that, and we were so happy about that. Well, we always like to do something for the veterans. Thank you, veterans. People out there laying their lives down for us, for our country, and I want to do something. I love our veterans, and right now until midnight of the 15th, okay, midnight of the 15th, that's Wednesday, November the 15th, we're doing a couple things. Number one, for those folks who are not veterans, okay, got something for the veterans, but for those who are not veterans, we're doing $200 off of the Unstoppable Guitar System. This is going through midnight of the 15th. Literally $200 off. That's half off of the system. So if you didn't get an opportunity to be at that broadcast a few weeks ago, or last weekend it was actually. Is that right? Last weekend, yes. Then you have the opportunity until this Wednesday. Then we're going to close the doors on it. But we wanted to do something for veterans here, and that's what we're doing. You can see the code on the screen there. Basically, you're going to YourGuitarSage.com/thankyouveterans, or you could go just veterans/veterans. And the coupon code that you're going to be entering in is Thank You Veterans. That coupon code is worth $200. Now, pretty cool, right? Literally. Now, for the folks that are veterans, we're literally opening up the entire Unstoppable Guitar System, giving you a lifetime membership for free. You heard me right. If you're a veteran and you can hear my voice right now and you want to play guitar, I want to give you my entire enchilada for free. No strings attached. In order to do that, you just need to email support@YourGuitarSage.com. have your military ID ready. We'll get you set up, okay? All right, my friends, you know what to do. Listen up. Here we go. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to learn about these magical patterns, and then I'm going to be taking some questions, okay? And first off, I'm going to make sure, okay, I can see some questions coming across already, or that folks are sharing. Good, good. And then I'm going to be jumping over to Facebook too. And to YouTube. And here we go with the lesson. I always like to see how many folks are watching. I don't know why. I don't know why I like that, but I do. Okay, so here we go. Let's get into those questions, or let's get into the patterns, and then we're going to get into some questions, okay? So, if you've watched my stuff before, you know I'm a big fan of breaking these things down, and the first thing I'm going to be talking about today are springboards, both stationary and movable springboards. To me, this is just a phrase that I came up with, a springboard is a way to remember the fretboard, or a little pattern, if you will, to remember something on the fretboard. And there are a few of them that I'm going to mention to you today. Knowing the open strings, obviously, we have to know some things about the guitar. Knowing the open strings is very crucial. So, from the lowest string down, we have E, A, D, G, B, E. Okay? Any of this stuff that I'm talking about today, 99% of it is covered in my free course at YourGuitarSage.com/30, and you'll find the link for that in the description of this video. So if any of this stuff is over your head, go there, okay? Don't forget, go there, okay? Because it's going to help you a ton. But we got to know the names of the open strings. E, A, D, G, B, E. I always say Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie. That's how you can remember that one easily. Now, okay, so most folks, they know the names of open strings, right? And here are springboards. This is what I mean by this. If we go 12 frets up, we have what's called an octave, okay? An octave is when you hit a note. Well, an octave is basically this. It's some subdivision of a note, either doubled, quadrupled, some subdivision of 2. Okay, so in the case of, if we're going up to the 12th fret, we're doubling the frequency. So whatever this is an E, and let's say it's vibrating at 100 hertz. Then this would be vibrating at 200 hertz. But nonetheless, that is an octave. Okay, that's true for the open fret to the 12th fret. We're doubling that. So that's our first springboard. So for instance, this is an E, A, D, G, B, E. And this is E, A, D, G, B, E, just up one octave, okay? A lot of folks know that. Why is that valuable? Well, because if someone asks us what this note is right here at the 11th fret or the 10th fret or the 9th fret, etc., something close to the 12th fret, or going up, we have this note to balance off of, or to bounce off of, if you will, as opposed to starting here and having to walk all the way up. Okay, so there's little shortcuts, if you will, and if you know these things, that helps. So knowing that this is E, A, D, G, B, E is going to be very helpful. Okay, now if you have a 24 fret guitar, you've got the same thing right up here. I do have a 24 fret guitar sitting here. There's a fret like way up here, and that is also helpful because basically you're doing the same thing. You're yet doubling it again. Okay, now there's another stationary springboard that's used for tuning. So you've seen, I do this in the free course and all my courses. I teach it on YouTube. There's a way to tune your guitar where basically at the 5th fret, you're going to put your first finger at the 5th fret of the 6th string, and that note will be the same as the string below. So here's the 6th string that I'm picking, and the 5th string right underneath it, and that's an A. And so we know that this is an A. And this little trick, if you know what I'm talking about, we won't go into a lot of detail about this because I give this to you in all the free courses and everything else, right? So if we do this, and then we're tuning our guitar to itself, then what happens, now for this one we have to come down to the 4th fret for the B string, okay? And then back up to the 5th fret. Now why is that important? It's very important because if someone asks you what this note is, you know right off the bat it's an A sharp because you know this is an A. You know it's an A because we're tuning that 5th fret to an A. So you know automatically that this is an A. This would be an A sharp, this would be a B. So notice that instead of us starting from here, or starting from here, our new springboard, we're starting from here. So basically what we're doing is we're having things. So now we've got a new place to know the notes from and to gravitate to. So if we're here at this A, and we know a half step below is a G sharp or an A flat, then we can do that with 1 fret or one, going backwards instead of going up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's why springboards are so powerful. If you need more help with this, on YouTube, you can type in springboards, YourGuitarSage, or YourGuitarSage springboards, and you will find exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? Okay, so we can do this. So we got, obviously we know the open strings, we know the 12th fret, we know the 5th fret now, right? If you don't, you know where to go. YourGuitarSage.com/30, links in the description of the video. Also, if we go up 12 frets from here, we have the 17th fret. Why is that important? Well, because 5 plus 12 is 17, and the notes are going to be the same as they are here on the 17th fret as they are on the 5th fret. That's important because if someone asks us what this note is, we can say, well, it's an A. I know right off the bat it's an A because it is 1 octave up from this A. Okay, so you can see where these things start stacking on top of each other, and then it becomes very, very powerful. Okay, where you're able to think of these things, boom, 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 and it seems like it's 1 step, but it's not. It's just maybe 2 or 3 steps. Very, very quickly, you'll get very, 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 very fast at this. Okay, so 0 fret, 5 fret, 12 fret, 17 fret. Those are our basic stationary springboards. Now I'm going to show you what's called a movable springboard, and then I have yet another amazing thing that's absolutely going to blow your mind. Okay, so before we get to that, really quickly, we'll put the link on the screen here in just a minute here. But basically, we're doing half off of the Unstoppable Guitar System today. We're going to continue this to Wednesday, November the 15th at midnight. And for veterans, we're literally giving you my entire Unstoppable Guitar System for free. We did this last year and literally gave away, I think it was like $100,000 worth of lessons to veterans. I think it was even more than that. I think it might have been 200. We had so many people respond to this. So veterans, let your veteran friends know this is open to every veteran out there. The only thing you need to go is email support@yourguitarsage.com. Say you're a veteran. We will get you set up. You really need to be a veteran, though, and we have a way to tell that, and you probably know that how that will be. So you can't just be like Joe Schmo and say, I'm a veteran. It doesn't work like that. Got to be a veteran, okay? A veteran of war or veteran of the naval services or army or military, okay? Good, good. Here we go. So, springboard, the next springboard is, and by the way, the coupon code is on the screen or was on the screen there in just a moment. You go to YourGuitarSage.com/thankyouveterans and enter in the code, thankyouveterans. That will get you half off of the Unstoppable Guitar System. Good, good. Here we go. So these are movable springboards. Why movable springboards? Because we need movable ones, and these are super easy, right? So check this out. Anytime that we are on the 6th or 5th string, this works the same way going backwards. So if we're on the 3rd or 4th string going backwards, this will work the same way. But basically, if we're on the 6th string here, and I play a G, okay? If I go down 2 strings, 1, 2, and up 2 frets, 1, 2, that gives me an octave every single time based off of the 6th and 5th string, if your guitar's in tune. So for instance, this A or G moves up to an A, moves up to a B, a C. You've probably seen that done. Right? That's octaves that Hendrix did in Purple Haze. So we can do this for the 6th string, we can do this for the 5th string. Here's the 5th string. Okay, here's a C. This is the 3rd fret of the 5th string. And if I go down 2 strings, 1, 2, and up 2 frets, 1, 2, then now we have another octave, right? That's what I call movable springboards, because we can just move that sucker around and it moves uniformly. Okay, there's always a space in between here. Now, if you're doing, now this works, obviously, this is the 6th string and the 4th string, this is the 5th string and the 3rd string, and that's why I said it can work backwards as well. But now we're starting on the 4th or 3rd string, and we want to find these higher octaves here, then the rule changes by 1 fret. We go down 2 strings and up 3 frets. So here, easy enough, right? Same thing with the 3rd string. If we want to find the octave of this note right here, which is a B flat, we're going to go down 2 strings. 1, 2, up 3 frets. 1, 2, 3, and there is a B flat. You also know that because you know that this is the E string. You know that that's an A because of our whole tuning method, right? And this would be an A sharp or a B flat. That's how we can confirm that. So easy enough, right? So those are movable springboards. There's other springboards, but this is the one that, these are the ones that are the easiest and they're the most powerful. Boy, that's cool, right? They're easiest and most powerful. Bam! All right, so now this next part is going to blow your mind. And in fact, I have a video for this that's going viral in the guitar world, at least. It's something about mind-blowing and no one scale know them all, right? If you haven't watched this, you need to watch it. But I'm going to give you a snippet here. Basically, anything that you do on the 6th and 5th string can be repeated on the 4th and 3rd string and on the 2nd and 1st string very easily. Okay, what I mean by that is this. Because remember we did those octaves just now, because this is based off of those octaves, okay? If I play this note, I can play it here as well, right? Down 2, up 2, or down 2, up 3, right? And because of that, all the licks are going to follow the same way. So if I play, I can play that same lick starting here on our springboard, or I can do that same thing here, right? Now, for some of you, your mind just blew, and others of you, you're like, hold on, I don't know what you did, so I'm going to show you again. So basically, this note, just think about this as like a target note, if you will. And here it is again, and here it is again. Okay, using our movable springboards. All this stuff is covered in my courses, friends, to a much greater degree than what I'm teaching you here, but you'll get the idea, okay? And then watch that video, Springboards. On YouTube, it's YourGuitarSage Springboards. Okay, so here we go. Here's an A. Down two strings, up 2 frets, A. Down 2 strings, up 3 frets, A. Okay, that means anything does that. Anything and everything does that on the guitar. It just works that way. So if we play a lick right here, I can come up to this A, do the same lick, same fingering, same fingers, move it down 2 strings, up 3 frets, play the same fingering. So if I played what? Yeah, mind blown. I know. I mean, look, I've been playing guitar for 35 years, and when I come across stuff like this, I go, what? How did I miss that all these years? It's like, it's kind of there. You kind of know it. It's like now that I show this to you, you go, that makes sense, because this, that, and the other thing, and it makes sense, right? But, like, it takes visually seeing it, right? So, like, I'll do little practices, like, or I'll create licks around this idea, you know, like, you know, where I'm spanning the whole fretboard, but I'm playing the same 6 notes. It's only 6 notes right there, right? And then I'm bringing it down. Go one more time. Right? So, and these licks, you can do that. There's no lick that you can't do that with. It's all the same. Now, that's if you're doing that protocol. 6 and 5, you can duplicate that on 4 and 3. And the same lick you can repeat on 2 and 1. Now, when you start mixing the strings, like going from 2 and 3, and say 4 and 5, it's going to be a little bit, it's not going to be as easy because the guitar is tuned in fourths, with the exception of the B string. It's a major third interval instead of a perfect fourth, and because of that, it kind of makes things a little wonky. So for right now, just understand that you can do this, okay? If you want to delve into more about like that little wonkiness there and understand that and more, you can get into the system, okay? All right, good. So we're going to get to some questions now, and we'll it could be this, it could be, we've got the pedal cam up, we've got a lot of things going on today. Oh, the pedal cam looks a little wonky because, I don't know why, because, there we go. All right, if you need the pedal cam, it's here for you. We'll talk about effects, all that good stuff, okay? Now we're good. All right, friends, we're going to be going back and forth between Facebook and YouTube. By the way, picking 15 winners today, if I didn't mention it, for anybody who shares this. We're going to be looking on Twitter, and we're going to be looking on Facebook after this broadcast, and we're going to pick 15 winners. 10 folks are going to win ebook bundles. Those are valued at $27. That's how much we sell those all day long on the website. 10 winners are going to win that today. And then 5 winners are going to win my CD, my EP, with some tasty licks on it. And one of those winners is going to win my DVD of the Nashville number system. This stuff here will absolutely change the way you think about music and will absolutely unravel it and make it so simple. It's like adding single digits. That's all it is, because that's all music is, right? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, right? And really that was a repeated note, the do, do. So really there's only 7 notes in the scale, in the major scale, and it's the scale that we use all the time. Everything's based off of that. Major scale, minor scale, modes, it's all based off of the major scale. Okay? If that doesn't make sense to you right now, it will if you stick with me, and I'll show you that, okay? All right, so here we go. I'm going to bump over to Facebook first while I'm waiting for some questions to come through. The special is YourGuitarSage.com/thankyouveterans. We're doing this for Veterans Day, and the coupon code is thankyouveterans. That coupon code is worth $200. Yeah, because normally the Unstoppable Guitar System is $400. It's a lifetime membership. 68 hours of video in there. Basically doing this equates to 36 cents a lesson. I don't know about you, but when I was a kid and I started playing guitar, it was $7 a lesson. And here in Nashville, I charge $100 a lesson. So getting a pretty good value because you're in the same studio with the same dude and all the rest of the stuff. So if it helps, take advantage of that, my friends. And for our veterans, we're literally giving you the entire Unstoppable Guitar System for free. Email support@YourGuitarSage.com. And we have a way to know whether you're a veteran or not. We'll let you know what that is. And for folks that are not veterans, you obviously can't just say I'm a veteran, because that doesn't work, because we're going to check it out. All right, here we go. Questions, starting with Facebook, and then I'll bump over to YouTube. All right, and I'm going to be looking back. Okay, I'm going to be going backwards here a little bit. Oh, folks, too, also, please use your question marks, because when I get hundreds of comments and I'm trying to scan, that question mark's going to jump out to me. Otherwise, I'll probably move over your question because I won't see it. Chances are. Okay, what pedals do you suggest to get started with? Brian's asking. Brian, that's a great question. Let's go over to let's go over to the pedal cam, Chris, And we'll look at pedals, and we'll talk about what's going on there and what I suggest as these pedals that are best for you. And by the way, anything that I'm talking about here equipment-wise, in the description of this video, check out YourGuitarSage.com/gear or kit.com/YourGuitarSage. I'm going to zoom this in just a little bit, my friends. But all the gear that I'm talking about today can be found in that gear store, okay? And this is the stuff that I recommend. This is stuff that's tried and true. I'm not going to suggest something to you if it's not killer, okay? There's too many great things out there to suggest something that's not good. So anything that I suggest to you, I promise you, is endorsed by me, and I love it, okay? Kit.com/YourGuitarSage or YourGuitarSage.com/gear. Links in the description of this video. Let's talk about some pedals. So, yes, there's lots of pedals here. Do you need them all? Nope, you sure don't. It just so happens that I do this for a living, and so I can buy this stuff. It's tax deductible, all that fun stuff. And I like gear, and I like to have good working gear. So you don't need everything here. I can tell you basically what some of this stuff does, and I have more information on YouTube if you type in YourGuitarSage pedals. Do that. YourGuitarSage pedals, P-E-D-A-L-S. So number one, the first pedal that everybody should own, in my opinion, and this is a pretty good opinion because you're getting so much punch, so much pedal for the money, is this Line 6 M5. Again, I say it all the time, I wish I had stock in this company because I think I've turned so many thousands of people onto this one pedal here, Line 6 M5. Write it down, go get it right now. Click on the link in my store if you want to check it out. Here's why I think this is so amazing. Basically, everything that's on this board is contained in this pedal, essentially. Now, you can only use one of the effects at a time, and that's fine. That's why I have all these other effects, because sometimes I'm using 3 or 4 things at once. I might be using overdrive, maybe a little delay, noise gate, and some reverb, and maybe the ditto pedal. Right there, that's 5 things. This does not have a looper built into it, I should say. But it has so many effects built into it, and I think this thing lists for like $120. This guy right here that does one thing, delay, and does it really well, is like a $450 pedal. So literally, this thing is almost a quarter of it and does 100 times what that does. So why not just have a bunch of these? Well, there's reasons that I won't go into right now. Partially sound quality, even though this thing is remarkable. There's some other bits and pieces that we won't go into right now. But who asked me that question? Was it Brian? Brian, yes. Brian, so start with this M5. Absolutely essential. It will teach you all about all the pedals that you don't have. Delays, reverbs, envelope filters, wahs, volume pedals, seekers, what else? Boosts, tube screamers, distortions, fuzz, overdrive, a tuner, delays. I mean, I could go, list goes on and on and on. This thing is magical. It's a magical pedal. It really, truly is. Get it, go get it, go get it, go get it right now. You can also hook an expression pedal up to it so you can literally control the variables without having to come down to the floor and twist knobs and what have you. So if you have a delay going and you want more delay, you can swell that delay. You can use it for a wah-wah pedal. You can use it for a volume pedal. It's insane. Go get it now, okay? I wish I made money on those guys, but I don't. It's just I'm that excited about it. Okay, now, Brian, another thing that's really important to get, in fact, maybe even, I don't want to say more important, get this guy first. The second most important pedal, in my opinion, is some sort of looper pedal. In this case here, this is the TC Electronic Ditto, D-I-T-T-O, and it's about $100-something. That's, again, it's in my store, YourGuitarSage.com/gear, links in the description of the video. That is a great pedal because that allows me to record myself and play. Right? And it's It's a magical pedal. You can record yourself. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, I'm only going to suggest 3 pedals to you today. Those are the 2. And then the third one of my favorite, is this OCD, it's full tone OCD, obsessive compulsive distortion. I call it. I don't know what it stands for. I think that is what it means. But nonetheless, it just gives so much great tone. It's my favorite. It's my go-to overdrive pedal. Absolutely amazing. Okay, this is a switcher system. It's very expensive. You don't need it. It's helpful and it really cleans up your sound some, but you don't need it. So start there. If you really want to dig into more pedal stuff, like I say on YouTube, type in YourGuitarSage pedals, and I'll help you out with that. Okay. Okay, Taylor or a Martin for beginners. I have both here at the house. We have 2 Taylors, and well, you know, for I should say, these are the mini guitars I'm talking about. For beginner, we've got 2 Taylors here and a Martin, and my wife really prefers the Martin. In fact, she had friends who had the Martin that she would play out with, and she'd play her Taylor, and she said the Martin had a better sound. And coming from my wife, that means a lot, because I don't know how much she's listening to that as much as us guitar players are. She's a songwriter. But Taylor is amazing and Martin's amazing. It's like saying what's better, red or blue. It just depends on what you want. Try both of them. Watch video 1 in my free series, YourGuitarSage.com/30. Anybody can join that for free. It's the top 30 lessons I teach all my students. And in that video, the first 2 videos, I teach you how to know nothing about guitars and literally walk in a store today. After watching this video, that's the only thing you need to do. You can walk into a store and pick an excellent guitar, okay? Literally. Watch that video, okay? YourGuitarSage.com/30. Because I love Taylors and I love Martins, but you can get guitars that aren't good, that are those brand names, and you can get ones that are no names that are great. So set your sights on sound and feel, okay? Who cuts my hair? A guy named Daniel in downtown Nashville. Daniel, I forget how to pronounce his last name, but he's a ninja. He's an amazing dude. Yeah, great guy. How do we get $200 off if we are not a veteran? You mentioned that. Drew, if you're a veteran, you get the whole course for free. Email support@yourguitarsage.com. And we have a way to verify whether you're a veteran or not. We do that, and if you're a veteran, we give you the entire system for free. We did this last year, and I swear it was like over $200,000. We had so many new members come in. It was fascinating. We loved it, and it was not fascinating. It was amazing. We were very happy about that. So we love our veterans. For Drew, if you want to get in the program for half off, go to YourGuitarSage.com/thankyouveterans and enter in the code thankyouveterans. You can see all this information in the description of this video, and there goes the coupon code right there right now. Okay, great. Carl is saying, is the M5 better than the Helix? Absolutely not. The Helix is the M5 on crack, but it's also like a $1,500 system. The Helix is amazing, and I don't own it, but I should, but I need more pedals, like I need a hole in the head, another hole in the head. So the Helix is amazing. Line 6, okay. Blaine saying, nice shoes. Thank you, buddy. These are vegan, actually. These are my vegan look-alike. They're vegan. Thank you, buddy. Nice shoes, nice shoes. I have a delay on my Line 6 amp. How will a delay pedal help? Blaine, a delay pedal will give you that sound of delay, that sort of thing, Let me get a good... So it's more something to add to your sound, get that kind of sound, right? And it's just, it doesn't help as much as it gives you more colors to work with in your palette. Okay, why do I have 2 loopers? Jude, that's a great question. I'll give you the short answer of it, but I go into detail in that pedal tour on YouTube. Just type in YourGuitarSage pedals, and you'll see, I think, this whole pedal board, maybe even pedal tour, but I've got lots of videos on pedals. But specifically, that long one talks about in detail what I do. But here's the deal. In short, Jude, I have 2 looper pedals. One is at the end of the chain. That's where most people put their stuff, so that it's at the end of the pedal chain, so that if I play delay and reverb and overdrive and everything else, that all that sound is captured into the looper pedal. If I had it at the beginning, it would only get the dry guitar. Now, why I have the other one there, it's at the front of the chain, and so I will record a part into it when I'm trying to tweak my sounds, and I don't want to constantly be reaching down, playing. I just record my part into the looper pedal. It's me, and so it's feeding into the whole system, and then I can go and I can adjust my amp, I can adjust my pedals, get the delay exactly right, those sorts of things. So that's why I do that. Okay, great question. If you were going to rely on one pedal board, is there one that you could recommend? The TC Halcyon or TC Halcyon Line 6? TC Halcyon, how do you say it? Helicon. I've always pronounced that wrong. Helicon. And for me, it was always TC Electronics. So they make incredible stuff. Line 6 makes incredible stuff. And I've owned lots of Line 6 stuff. So I wouldn't say there's one that's better than another at this point. Stuff like that is just varying. There may be one thing about that pedal board that that you would like more than another, but really the rest of it's personal opinion. Good. Uh-oh, what happened? I've lost you guys. Okay, here we go. All right, got to mention the OCD drive pedal has a few versions and they have differences in tones. Do you know which version you have? Yes, I do, Dominic. This is version 3. It's called the Rico, R-I-C-O, and if you're looking for it on eBay, which is hard to get a hold of, but my guitar tech got it for me, just look up version 3, and then you could also search, there's Daniel Delec. That's the guy who cuts my hair, D-A-L-E-C-K-E. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to do something here really quickly because, and I'm going to bounce over to YouTube. I know you guys don't care when I say I'm going to do this thing, but I got to tell you, because if not, you're going to think I'm not paying attention to you, and I am. But I got something squirrely on the screen here, and I need to log in as a different person here. Okay, so here we go. Okay. All right, so I'm going to bump back over to YouTube, and I'm going to take some questions there. For folks who share this, we're doing 15 winners today. 10 of them will win ebook bundles. We're going to be looking on Facebook and YouTube, and we're going to award 15 winners today. 10 ebook bundles, 5 CDs going out, and one of those lucky winners is also going to win a DVD of the Nashville Number System. Absolutely will change the way you think about music. So we're doing that as well. Yes, that's what the giveaway is, Al, on YouTube. And also lots of discounts today. Well, basically $200 off. It's half off the Unstoppable Guitar System. I won't tell you all about that. The details are in the description of the video. Veterans, you get the whole course for free. Email support@YourGuitarSage.com. Okay, so here we go. I'm on YouTube, and I'm getting to some questions here. Hello, anyone, giveaway. Yes, that's what we're doing. Look in the description of the video, my friend. How do you teach how to play flamenco guitar? I absolutely do not, because my skill level in flamenco guitar is not very good because I don't practice flamenco guitar, and it's a whole different way of playing guitar. Not necessarily the fretting bit, but definitely the right hand or the picking hand. It's a whole nother ball game, and it's an amazing bit. In fact, Ben Woods is one of my favorite flamenco guitar players. Modern dude. He plays traditional flamenco guitar, but he also takes these heavy metal tunes from the 80s and plays them on flamenco guitar. And the guy is an absolute beast. I mean, the guy plays guitar like I dream of playing guitar. Ben Woods is his name. He's seems like a super nice guy. I'm trying to get him on the show. We're going to do that at some point here. We've already talked, and next time he's in Nashville, I think we're going to try to do that. But reach out to him, tell him I sent you, and check out Ben Woods. Open up another tab and go to that when we're done here, because write it down, because he's amazing. Okay, delay or reverb? Both, Vance. You need both, because here you go. Here's what reverb sounds like, right? That's reverb, whereas delay is... Okay, you got to work with it a little bit. Okay, so reverb and delay, they're very different, for sure. Okay, good. Carl, thank you so much. You're welcome, buddy. Greg, 21-year Air Force vet. Get on in that program, buddy. Thank you, Greg, for your service, and happy Veterans Day. It's coming up here. I think it's Saturday, isn't it? I believe so. Should I get a high-end Squire or save up a bit more for a Mexican Strat? I would save up a bit more for a Mexican Strat. I would. The bump in dollars is worth it, okay? Thank you so much, Greg. All right, former musician, just picking up the guitar, practicing my pattern scale forms, but I can't play pattern. Got any exercises? Greg, yes. Anybody who's listening to me, listen. If you like the way that I teach, I have a free program for you. And it's not free as in cheap. It's free as in if you did the same lessons with me, it'd be over $1,000, but it's the same material in the same studio, YourGuitarSage.com/30. Greg, that's where you're going to get those exercises and a bunch of other stuff. That's really the core stuff that's going to help you understand the guitar in the most efficient way possible. Do I have a lot more videos and a lot more advanced stuff? I do indeed, for those that are really serious about learning the guitar. But for folks that want to just, they want to learn, but they're not totally committed yet, YourGuitarSage.com/30. That stuff is absolutely going to change the way you think and play guitar. Promise you. Is there reasoning of what pedals go in order when chaining them? Mark's saying, yes, indeed, Mark. And I have videos on this. Again, YouTube search YourGuitarSage pedals. But it goes like this, essentially. At the beginning, you have usually your volume and wah. Okay? You can put volume in different places. You can put any effect in different places. But usually the volume and the wah are up front. Okay, or at least the wah is up front. The volume pedal can sometimes go after your overdrive section, overdrive, distortion, that sort of thing, depending on what you want to do with it. For me, I like putting it after the overdrives and what have you, because if I'm turning the volume down, I just want the volume to come down, not my drive. And if you put the volume before it, it's like turning the volume down on your guitar. So it's going to turn your drive down too, volume and drive. So you put the volume pedal where you want, but that's the rule there. Wah goes in the front, it just goes in the front. And then after that is your overdrives, fuzz, distortions, that sort of thing. And then goes into your modulations, like flangers, choruses, that sort of thing. And then I do delay, and then reverb, and then your noise gate or some sort of noise suppression if you're looking to clean up your sound a little bit. We put the reverb at the end because whatever you're sending to it, you want it to have that nice sound of... You want it to spread out, so you want your delays and those sorts of things to have reverberation. Okay, great question. But I go into detail, again, on YouTube. Just type in YourGuitarSage pedals, or pedal. I have a question. Is a Music Man Sterling a good guitar? I bought one. I love it, but just want your opinion. Yeah, Music Man guitar. I don't know about the Sterling specifically, but I love any Music Man I've played they're great guitars. Have you played any Andrew White guitars? I haven't. I would love to. I love different guitars. True Blue, my wife plays a Martin. She plays this it's a mini Martin. We have lots of guitars in the house here, but that's like her travel guitar. And that's the only Martin, actually, that we have in the house. I should fix that because I really need an old Martin. It's getting near the end of the year here. I have some business funds. Maybe I'll get an old Martin. Yeah, because I really need one. It's a great guitar, and I've never owned one, but I need to. YourGuitarSage, what are the fun songs to practice pentatonic scales on? Country music is great. Rock music is great. To me, anything by Tom Petty demands the pentatonic scale. It just works really, really well. So, what's up, Mark from Kansas? Thank you, Marlo. Appreciate that. Lewis, how you doing, buddy? 9 Fathoms, the Ditto's on my wish list. Yeah. It's a great one. There's a 70s sounding pedal that is so killer. I can't recall the name though. It's like 70s fuzz or something like that. Now, yeah, I mean fuzz sounds very 70s, so it may be just a fuzz pedal you're talking about, which that is included in that Line 6 M5. Getting out proper tone for my guitar is an art. Can you please do a lesson on tone settings and balancing tone? Great question. Yes, in fact, I have lessons on that. Type in YourGuitarSage pedals or YourGuitarSage tone on YouTube, and I'll get into that bit. But essentially, let's talk about it from a 30,000 foot view. A good tube amp is great. This is a Blues Junior, Fender Blues Junior. They're fairly affordable. You can get them for about $250, $300 used on Craigslist, eBay, that sort of thing. And they're loud, and they love pedals. So putting pedals before it gives you some real nice sounds. Chris, let's go over to the pedal cam. This thing is great, especially when we have something driving it. So I like the clean tones of this thing, right? It's got beautiful, beautiful clean tones. Yep, that's a song I wrote and I forgot, but nonetheless, you get nice clean tones there. I can even clean it up a little bit more. So we got that, and then we can drive it a little bit with some pedals here. And get more aggressive with it. Nice and clean. So that's why I love this amp, is because it really allows me to use my pedals and to use it in such a way that I can get a whole myriad of different sounds. Okay. But great question. But yeah, go ahead and look that up on YouTube, just YourGuitarSage pedals. Okay. For those joining us right now, really quickly, we got lots of giveaways. We're doing 15 winners today. And basically, if you share this on Twitter, you share this on Facebook, we're going to be picking 10 winners. 10 winners will win ebook bundles. Those are valued at $27 a piece. 5 winners will win my CD, and one of those 5 winners will win my DVD of the Nashville number system. Did this for True Fire Guitar. This will absolutely change the way you think about guitar. So 15 winners today for those that share this. Also, specials today is veterans. If you're a veteran, we're literally giving you my entire Unstoppable guitar system, lifetime membership, live broadcasts, the whole enchilada for free from now until Wednesday the 15th at midnight by going to YourGuitarSage.com/thankyouveterans. All this information's in the description of the video. And using the coupon code #ThankYouVeterans, that will literally, take that back. That's gonna get folks $200 off the Nashville. Dear God, I'm talking too quick. That's gonna get you $200 off of the Unstoppable guitar system. If you're a veteran, you're going to email support@YourGuitarSage.com. We have a way to tell if you're a veteran or not. So just emailing us and saying you're a veteran doesn't mean you're a veteran. Obviously, we have ways to find that out, and you know what those ways are. So that's what we're doing today. Let's get into some more questions here on YouTube, and then we'll jump over to Facebook in just a minute. What do you think of the modeling amps like Helix for a first-time amp? This right here is the Amplify, Line 6 Amplify, and I love Line 6 stuff. I love modeling amps. I think they're great. They serve a great purpose. If I'm recording or what have you, I'm probably going to use the real deal. But with that being said, I've recorded a ton of stuff with modeling amps. In fact, a few years ago when I was doing more studio playing, I was doing all modeling because it was just very convenient. We could pull up sounds very quickly, and et cetera, okay? Check out My GuitarSage Groupie Etiquette. Well, I'll have to do that. My GuitarSage Groupie Etiquette. Someone should do a course on groupie etiquette. That's amazing. Indeed. Is the circle of fifths worth learning? Yes, it is, John. It depends really what you're doing. For me, I don't use it very often, so I'll be straight up honest with you. I don't use it very often. If you're a jazz player, it's probably essential that you know it. Circle of fifths is not that hard to know, and if you want to know about it, I've got a jam-packed video on YouTube about it. Just search YourGuitarSage Circle, okay? And I have a whole course on it inside the Unstoppable Guitar System, or a whole module, if you will, because I really go in depth with it to teach you. It is absolutely amazing. Is it worth learning? It is, but maybe just not in the beginning. It's very, very, very powerful if you use it. But in the beginning, there's other stuff to know. So if that makes sense, it's like put it on your hit list of what you want to do, but you don't have to learn it right away. Eric, can you recommend an affordable wireless system for small to medium gigs? I have a video on the Line 6 version. That's the last, most modern wireless system that I have on YouTube. Type in YourGuitarSage wireless or Line 6, and I'll tell you about that one. And I love that one. It's amazing. Can you purchase the Nashville Number System DVD? Bo is saying, yes, you can. At True Fire Guitar, it is available. It's also available for download, I believe. Dude, can you expand how it works with blues with your wonky trickiness tasty licks? Google user, you'll have to tell me specifically what you're asking for me to expand on how it works. Can you recommend a practice amp for fretting and fingering exercise when not being able to play the guitar? It depends on what your price point is, but the Line 6 amplifier is really cool, and it's jam-packed full of all the effects that I mentioned that are in the Line 6 M5. All this stuff's available in my store, my new store, friends, YourGuitarSage.com/gear or kit.com/YourGuitarSage. Links in the video description. But that's a great one. I have a little Yamaha amp, I believe, that's in there as well, which is great. I have another one, which I think we just put in there, which is the Black Star. What's it called, Chris? Black Star Fly? Like it's called the Fly. Anyhow, I think we have it inside the store. I think it's called the Fly. It's the Black Star Fly, and it's this little Bluetooth battery-powered amp. It's really, really cool and has built-in delay. So there you go. Check that out. 18 wheels rolling. Nice. All right, my friend. Oh, yes. Okay. Boy, lots. What's it called? Fly 3. Black Star Fly 3. It's in the store. You can check that out. Okay. All right. I'm going to bounce back over. Man, there's a lot of questions today. How many folks are in here? Jeez. Okay, a lot of folks on YouTube right now, and Facebook. We got a lot of folks too. So I'm bouncing back over to Facebook really quick. Your opinion of solid state versus tube. So solid state amps are not nearly as loud watt for watt. Okay, so for instance, I bought a 5-watt Epiphone lunchbox amp that was really small, and I just compared the sound A/B in it with a 100-watt solid state amp, and they were about equivalent. Okay, I think that the 100-watt was slightly louder. It was kind of hard to tell because they were both so blaringly loud. So my opinion, I really love the way tubes respond. And what I mean by that is you're not going to probably tell this at first, but as you get to playing for a few years, it's kind of like the difference in dynamics. Like if you're talking very quietly like this, or you're talking really loud and you want to emphasize how you're speaking, that's how tube amps respond to the way that you play. Whereas solid state amps don't respond quite like that. Again, you're probably not going to notice any of this stuff at first, but later on you will. And when you're feeding an amplifier pedals, you're giving, you got pedals before it, those tube amps really respond better. But what's really cool about solid state is you get a lot of bang for your buck. Okay, so this thing has a ton of built-in effects. It's also a Bluetooth speaker system. It's full range, so that's how we crank tunes here in the studio. So very cool stuff. Okay, great. We just posted the gear store there. Click that right now, my friends. Let it open up in another tab. This is on Facebook, by the way. We'll try to do it on YouTube as well. Thank you, Chris, for posting that. This is our gear store. This is all the gear that you hear me talk about. If I'm missing anything, let me know. Okay, if I'm missing anything in that store, because we want to make sure that all the stuff that I recommend is in there, and it's a killer store. Only the good stuff, okay? Okay, want to know how your springboard method applies to blues. Okay, Sumtri, great question. Here, it just applies to everything. It doesn't matter what genre you're using. Basically, it just tells you where you're at on the fretboard in a way that's a lot quicker than guessing or counting frets up from the 0 fret, that sort of thing. But for blues, I use it all the time, right? So here you go. I'm going to use these. I'm going to use those. I'm going to use those a lot, and I'm going to think about my patterns. In fact, I'm going to just use one little tiny pattern, only using the springboards. But I'm going to show you how I can play this all over the fretboard, okay? So I'm going to start off. Let's see. Same. Okay, so notice I was playing this. You might say, well, you just did 3 different things. I didn't. I did the same exact 3 things. I went. That's 4 notes repeated. 4 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same notes. But it looked like, and it sounded like I was doing different things because we're in different, Make sense? Cool. All right. I know this doesn't pertain to today's lesson. That's okay. But I noticed you play that electric guitar on the pads of your fingers instead of tips. I'm learning and have ham-hock fingers and have to use the tips. Am I guessing calluses will form in time? Yeah, they will form in time. And Drew, so you always want to play on your fingertips, but you'll see me, if I'm doing double stops, I'm playing on the pads of my fingers. Okay, but when you're playing lead guitar, you can get a little patty, a little friendly with the guitar there because you're muting a lot of notes, So you can do both, but in the beginning, you always want to play on the pads of your fingers. Okay. All right, great questions. I'm going to bounce back just a little bit on Facebook since I neglected you kids earlier, and then I'm going to head it back over to YouTube. Share this video, friends. 15 winners today. 10 ebook bundles at $27 a piece. 5 CDs, and 1 lucky winner is going to win. One of those CD winners is also going to win my DVD for the Nashville number system. All right, any effects you don't use that much? I can never find a use for a phaser. I just can't find a place to use it when to play it. Well, yeah, so, usually I don't use a phaser either unless it was played by somebody like Eddie Van Halen or, Hammer of, what's the Immigrant Song? Bow, bow, right? That's a That is, I won't get into it, but nonetheless, watch my video on that. So I don't use phasers very much. I don't use flangers or choruses. I don't use a lot of modulation. Okay, those are things like flangers and choruses and phasers. I just don't use them very often. Really, anything could be a modulation, but technically, what I'm talking about modulation is pitch shifting and those sorts of things. And that's how you come up with those sounds with shifters and what have you. Maybe not shifters so much. That's more of an envelope. But definitely with flangers and choruses, it's a tuning shifting, basically. It's what's going on. It's slight. All right, great questions. You guys are killing it today with these questions, man. Great ones. Recommend the Vox Stomp Box. I haven't tried it, but I love Vox stuff. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm looking, friends. What pedals do you suggest to get started with? Okay, we've been over that one. Okay, so now I'm bumping back over to Facebook. I think we have a lot, or not, I'm sorry, bumping back over to YouTube because we got a lot of folks over there right now. Okay. Here we go. I'm doing great, my friend. Thank you so much. Someone likes the Stray Cat Strut video. Nice. We got San Antonio in the room. All right. You are so welcome. You're so welcome. We love our veterans, folks. That don't know, we're doing this thing for the veterans right now to Wednesday midnight. Let's see, Wednesday the 15th. If you're a veteran, email support@YourGuitarSage.com. We're going to get you set up with the course. We have a way to know whether you're a veteran or not. And you're literally going to get my entire lifetime membership, Unstoppable Guitar System. It's a $400 value. We're giving that to you for free for serving us. And thank you. I don't know what it would be like to be in a country that does not have freedom. All right? Every country has its problems, but dear God, can you think of a better country? If so, I don't know. I mean, in many ways, yeah, we got things that we got to work on, right? But this is a great country, and we're free, and it's a nice feeling. So that comes from freedom ain't free, right? We've heard that before. It's true. And for those folks who are not veterans, we're literally giving you a $200 coupon today. I'll have Chris flash that up on the screen. You're gonna go to YourGuitarSage.com/thankyouveterans. And you're going to use the coupon code ThankYouVeterans. That will literally give you $200 off immediately in the Unstoppable Guitar System, and that's going away on the 15th of January. Check that out. Okay. All right. Thank you, John, for sharing. Love it. David saying, if I buy the Unstoppable Guitar System, do you guarantee that I will play as good as SRV? If so, I will pay double. So here's the deal, David. You don't need guitar lessons to play like Stevie Ray Vaughan. You just need to be really resourceful and practice, right? What my hope is that what the Unstoppable Guitar System does for folks is, number one, it keeps them motivated. But the more important thing is it gives you the information that you need to not put the guitar down in a step-by-step format that literally, if you apply the principles and you practice them, I always think about Tony Robbins like this. It's like people that don't get stuff out of his stuff don't do what he says to do. The people that do this stuff create multi-billion-dollar companies and change relationships and everything else. The same thing with the Unstoppable Guitar System. It's like if you do what I say to do in there and you do it step by step, it's impossible not to get there. It's just impossible. You'd have to stop at one of the steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you go from 1 to 10 and you're like, well, I'm not there, well, it's because you skipped some steps, right? So do I guarantee it? If you practice like he did, yes. But you probably won't talk to me anymore. You'll be up on stage tearing it up, right? All right. Robert, no, not just active veterans. It's all veterans. All veterans, my friend. Yes, lifetime membership. Great. Love it. Oh, somebody loves my shirt. Thank you. My wife dresses me. All right. All right. More questions. I'm going to bump to the top of the list here. Actually, I'm going to refresh here because sometimes YouTube stops with the comments, and I bet you that's what they did. I bet you I'm going to see a bunch more comments, and there they are. Okay. What scalar mode would you recommend noodling with for worship music? Always start with the pentatonic scale. It's the Bach scale. It's super easy. It looks like this. Easy. Okay, on YouTube, search pentatonic YourGuitarSage, and I'll show you how to use this in major and minor keys. That's what to start with. If you get really good at that, you can really truly understand this in a way that you know, understand improvisation and that sort of thing. Can you explain about arranging fingerstyle? I mean, that's a very broad question, but arranging fingerstyle, you know, you want to hear all the voices. Obviously, the low end, you know, is doing stuff like, you know, and you got stuff on the top, melodies. So you want to have the melody going on at the same time, obviously. And it takes some time. It takes a lot of time sometimes to do such things and get that coordination down. But in time and with practice, you will get it, okay? Is a glass slide easy to get good at? Love Thorogood. No, to me, slide is, you know, I've got videos on this YouTube. Type in YourGuitarSage slide. Obviously, inside the Unstoppable Guitar System, I teach this in a grander detail. Everything that's on, basically everything that's on YouTube that I teach, with the exception of songs, any of that theory stuff, I do inside the Unstoppable Guitar System, but on steroids, okay? And I really go into detail on all the rest. But, you know, I have videos for it, so watch those videos. Is it easy? It depends on what people mean by easy, so that's a kind of a trick question. Okay, how are pedal delays different from a built-in amp delay? They're not really. It's the same circuitry usually. It's just in an amp. And usually you've got to get to it via an app or something like that, as opposed to twisting knobs on a pedal, you know. Okay. How many guitar licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll? I love it. A 1, a 2, a 3. For those of you that think that I'm a freak, you haven't seen the commercial. That was like a commercial from the 70s. How's your little dude? Is he shredding yet? He's not shredding yet, but he really is obsessed with the guitar. He says guitar all the time. He's always going in my studio and messing with my pedals. I mean, he's just always messing with them, you know. And he's always plucking the guitars. He's always finger picking, doing something with it. So I think the kid is going to be a guitar player. Technical Coffee, how you doing, my friend from India? Love it, love it. How much of a wait before getting a reply from my email for the veterans discount? Carl, if you sent it and you didn't get a kickback, I mean, it's support at YourGuitarSage.com. It got to us, I'm sure. I can't tell you how long that is because I can't tell you how long that is, but because we get inundated. I mean, we get at least hundreds of people that contact us. So please be patient and best not to repeat. Okay, best not to send several emails because that's not going to help us. It's going to make the queue longer. So if you send an email, you didn't get a kickback, you should be good. Please be patient. We will get you set up. I don't know what kind of slide Bonnie Raitt uses. I do not know, my friend. Okay, and great. I have a Marshall MG10 amp, and I'm looking for an upgrade. Any suggestions? Chad, I'd have to know your price point. I'd have to know a lot of things. If you want some suggestions, check out my store because I have all different types of bits and pieces there. I've got high-end Black Star tube amps. You know, I've got my Blues Junior, I've got modeling amps on there. I don't have a ton of amps, but I've got the ones that I suggest. And that Black Star Solo is $60. It's an $800 amp, but it's a great it's a fantastic amp, and it's loud. All right. Yes, I am playing tennis back and forth between Facebook and YouTube. All right. If you would, guys, put question marks at the end of your questions. Otherwise, I'll probably skip over them. How could you explain how a snare sound should be made on the body of an acoustic guitar? I think I've done this already, but essentially, you know, like same thing with an electric. Basically, one, and basically you're hitting the strings like that with a claw, if you will, on 2 and 4. So usually I'll work it into the strum or the bit, the finger pick that I'm doing. I think I have a video for this on YouTube. I definitely have it inside the Unstoppable Guitar System. If you're on YouTube, try YourGuitarSage snare. I don't know if that video's out yet, but something like this. You know? Colin's saying, have you heard about the Lydian chromatic concept? I have not. Sounds very jazzy. Using the thumb over technique, so when playing chords. So like when we're playing, you know, Hey Joe, you know. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm holding an A form, but I'm playing it at the C, and then when I do that for the D as well. But when I go to the G chord and the A chord, I do kind of a Jimi Hendrix, John Frusciante styled. They didn't invent this. They're just guys who use it a lot. That's why we use their names often. So, you know, basically here what I'm doing is I'm holding strings 2, 3, and 4. My first finger is muting the first string. And I got my thumb playing over the top of the neck, playing that 6th string. And then it also, in fact, mutes the 5th string. So it sounds like this. 6, 5 is muted, 3, 2, 1, or 4, 3, 2. Yeah, it's dirty, it's alright. It's rock and roll. And 1 is muted, or you can play it. Either way. Okay? And so this takes a little getting used to, and I don't suggest it for beginners at all. Don't do it. Okay? Just don't do it. Doesn't, Al's saying I don't trust buying used online. That may be a good idea. Yeah. I know who Rory Gallagher is. Never played with him or taught any of his stuff, but I know the name. Yes. Okay, modeling. Well, Greg's asking, what is modeling? Modeling is essentially where you're using circuitry instead of tubes to produce sounds, or maybe not even tubes, but basically modeling is when you're taking a sound, going for a particular sound that's usually done maybe in an analog way or a tube way or a mechanical way to create tone, but you're doing it with computers. And now obviously computer chips and what have you, it's like there are modeling amps inside your phone. You can download them for free. They're in amps, they're in all sorts of things. And basically you can plug your guitar into these things and make it sound very big instead of going out and buying a $1,000 amp. It can sound very close to a $1,000 amp, even just a little program inside of your phone. It's fascinating, and it's really a time saver, and it's amazing, you know. All right, good questions here. I wish that. Oh, here we go. I'm getting to some new questions here on YouTube. Best place to start finding tone settings. Watch my videos on YouTube. Just type in YourGuitarSage tone, and yeah, that'll help a ton. Okay, I have a whole system, a whole section inside the Unstoppable Guitar System that's called the Ultimate Pursuit of Tone, where I'm sitting there with my my guitar tech, and we're going over bits and pieces. We go from pick all the way to the speaker. Okay, we're talking about picks, we're talking about cables, pedals, tubes, amps, solid state, you name it. We're talking about the whole system from beginning to end. Guitar, the wood, the strings, pickups, everything. And to really dig into and understanding tone in this massive way. Okay. Seagull brands for guitars, James is saying, I think it's great. I think they're great guitars. They've been around for a bit, and they're awesome. J45, one of my favorite guitars, and it's great tone. Can you show the key of B minor in different octaves? I don't know how to find keys in different octaves. So the way you're phrasing that question doesn't totally make sense because, you know, what do you mean the key of B minor? I'd have to know specifically. You mean the chord B minor? That's what you mean, the chord B minor. There's a B minor. Here's a B minor. We're using concepts based off of the caged system for this. On YouTube, type in YourGuitarSage caged. Basically, it allows you to play chords all over the fretboard using C, A, G, E, and D, those basic forms, those basic open chord forms all over the fretboard. You can do this from major, minor, minor seventh chords. And so it allows me to understand all the time where these chords are coming in. Arpeggios, the whole 9 yards, okay? Okay, any comment on the iRig? It's great, it does the job. I like the line 6 one a little bit better. I forgot who makes iRig, but I've got one. I also have the line 6 version, which is really cool. It has a built-in microphone. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's great. You plug your guitar into it, goes into your phone or your device, and then you can do all sorts of really fun stuff. Okay, do you ever get frustrated with newbies or beginners? Things are so simple for you and not to others. Things that are so simple. You know, Vance, I don't if they're willing to learn. If they're not willing to learn and they're being lazy and they're trying to skip over things, I don't have time for that. But no, I don't mind it because, you know, we've all been there, right? But thanks for asking. How many tasty guitar licks? Yeah, okay, we've been to that to get to the center of the ultimate guitar system. It's unstoppable guitar system, but that's okay because I have another thing called the ultimate. I have another course, but the unstoppable guitar system is the big one, friends. Epiphone Casino is amazing, love it. Lincoln, it's a great one. How do you play a song in the key of G sharp in the feel of C or G? Easy, great question. Watch the video from this weekend, Saturday, and there's a free DVD in there, I think, or not DVD, a free PDF. It may still be up and it may not be. All my live stuff you can find at YourGuitarSage.com/live, or at least if you want to get on the next broadcast, okay? Otherwise, on YouTube, type in YourGuitarSage Live. If you want to play in G sharp in the feel of G, just capo the first fret, play all the same chords. Indeed, you can't stop the unstoppable. I have tried the Kemper profiling amp. It's amazing, Pete. I love it. In fact, I should have one here in the studio, and I don't, but I need to. Okay. I'm in a rut on the guitar and want to move forward. Want to move to piano. Self-taught on guitar and same piano. I'll be teaching myself. What if I'm in a rut on guitar? Well, you're in a rut because you're not learning new stuff, Sam. That's why. So find a song that you want to learn and learn it. And I've got, my gosh, hundreds and hundreds of songs on YouTube that you could learn from. And obviously the free course, YourGuitarSage.com/30. Lots and lots of free stuff for you. The free ebook at YourGuitarSage. My neighbors hate me, but they hate my Marshall stack more. Indeed. Have you a Gibson J45 now? I do not. That Strat is gorgeous. Thank you. Custom shop. No, this is Ted. This is a legit 1965. This was before there was a custom shop. Way before. In fact, this doesn't even have a 5-way switch. It has a 3-way switch. They didn't have 5-way switches back then. They just said, you get this pickup, this one, and this one. That's it. But guys like me and other players who like to mess around with their guitars a lot, they figured out that if they put the switch right between the two, they'll get that they'll actually get that fourth and second sound if you do it, but it's not an you can't get it there. There's not like a click. It's like you got to find it, and then you can hear it. You can hear both of them at the same time. Pretty cool, right? Yes, and I love this one. This is probably my favorite guitar. Do I play out? I don't play out right now. I'm not in a band at the moment. I'm always in some sort of band, but I'm not at the moment right now. Eric, how can I add chords to melody? I would usually think about melody to chords, but watch any of my videos either in the system or I have a smattering of them on YouTube. Type in YourGuitarSage noodling, and it will explain that in detail, a lot more than I could explain here, my friend. Are there any exercises for stretching the fretting hand? I have arthritis now. It's very difficult twisting the wrist. I've got videos on this. You could type in YourGuitarSage injury, and I have a two-part series but this is the number one exercise that you can do. You're basically bending the fingers back to comfortably, you know. Usama is saying, I'm just learning the guitar. In what sequence should I learn it? Start at YourGuitarSage.com/30 and learn those in order. Don't go anywhere else. Learn those in order, and then you can go someplace else. But watch those, because I can't help you if you're learning stuff out of order. But I've created that system so that you can learn that stuff in order. Okay. Good. Great questions. What strings do you recommend for acoustic and electric guitar? Vibe strings for acoustic. For electric, I use D'Addario. Love D'Addario. Been using them for years. And I also love GHS Boomers. Any thoughts on the Blue Voodoo amps? I don't know anything about them. I've heard of them, but no, I do not. I wish I did. Lincoln saying, can I recommend a book to everyone? Please read Zen Guitar. It's a fascinating book. Yeah, I've heard about Zen Guitar, and I think that guy may live in town here. I'm not sure. I don't know. Nonetheless, I've heard of Zen Guitar. Enjoying the live event. Yes, YourGuitarSage. Smash that thumbs up button, indeed, my friends. And again, share. We're picking 15 winners today. I won't go into all the details, but literally we're giving away several $100s worth of stuff today. Okay, over $300 worth of stuff today. And that's not including the hundreds of veterans that are going to join the Unstoppable Guitar System today for free. That's right. Literally giving my veterans unlimited access for the rest of their lives. Unstoppable Guitar System. It's a $400 value. I'm giving it to you for free. Just email support@YourGuitarSage.com. Okay, good. And we have a way to know whether you're a veteran or not. So you can't just say, hey, I'm a veteran. We have ways. We have ways of making you talk. Okay? I don't know what accent that was. It was terrible. And then for the rest of you, for all my other folks, if you're not a veteran, $200 off until the 15th of November. Go to YourGuitarSage.com/thankyouveterans. Enter in the code thankyouveterans, and you would literally you'll see it go from $400 or $399 to $199. What? It's a $200 coupon. That's right. I wish all life was like that. That would be awesome. Steven, YouTube pays well. YouTube doesn't pay me anything. They don't pay me anything, my friend. Okay. Does the Unstoppable system cover disco and funk playing a la Nile Rodgers? It does not. I wish it did. That's a whole nother bag that not a lot of folks are into, but it's very cool. I teach a little bit of funk, but no, it does not go into detail. I wish it did, my friend. Is electric, is it easy to play as compared to acoustic? I think it's easier to play because the strings are lower. Usually the strings are lighter. So yeah. Okay, wait. What video was that lick or riff taught in? I had it down, but forgot what video it was. That sweet. I don't know which one you're talking about, Vance. Sorry. If you give me more detail, I'll let you know. Okay, bar chording, major chords. Is it best to use finger 3 or 4? Number 3 or 4? It depends. I mean, for barring, you're usually using the first finger, and then you're using the other fingers to finish out the rest of the chord. Okay, Christian, I don't know the Marshall Code 25. I don't know anything about that one, my friend. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. Okay, here we go. I'm headed back to Facebook now, and I'm going to see what we got sitting here. Okay, how about these giveaways? I'm sitting here at work, not working and watching. Brian, giveaways. Share this video on Twitter or Facebook. We will get in touch with you if you win. 15 winners today, over $300 worth of stuff. Yeah, and a $200 coupon. All this stuff that I'm mentioning to you, always go to the description of the video, folks. That's where we're going to have all that information. Any advice on playing with small hands with an adult acoustic guitar? Yes, Mary. On YouTube, type in YourGuitarSage hands, or small hands, because I have a video specifically that talks about this in a lot of detail. Doesn't matter whether you have teeny tiny baby doll hands or giant Tony Robbins hands, you can play guitar. Doesn't matter. I've seen all. Okay? And here's the other thing. Get out of here, Nat. Here's the other thing. I've seen guys with no arms play with their toes. Toes are about that long. So watch that if you really want to be inspired. Okay? What was the 6-note lick you played earlier on the movable springboards? It's the first 6 notes of the minor scale. So here, if we're at the 5th fret, I'm playing, on 6th and 5th strings, I'm playing first finger, 3rd finger, 4th. 1st, 3rd, 4th. That's the lick. And I was playing it like... It's also using what's called economy picking, and I have a whole program inside the Unstoppable Guitar System. Veterans, you're going to see this. It's basically, and for folks that are taking advantage of that coupon code today, you're going to see this. Economy picking. Once you're in the program, you can just type in economy. There's a search engine in there. It'll bring you straight to all the stuff that you're looking for right away. And economy picking is a way, it's kind of like alternate picking, but it's not strict alternate picking. You're basically... There are rules to when you would pick up and when you'd pick down. Once you get the habit down, it's amazing, What mode is the most useful? The most useful mode is called the Ionian mode. It's also known as the major scale. And that is the most useful one. You're going to use that 99.99999% of the time, and all the other ones you'll use the rest of the time. Kind of sounds like more than words with your claw sound. Yeah, it does. They do that, indeed. Yep. Great question. Make sure you use those question marks, my friend. It makes it a lot easier. What looper do I recommend? The Ditto. TC Electronic Ditto. But there's a lot of good ones out there. It's just the one I have. That's the one that I like the best. It's nice form factor, nice and small, all the rest. Can you use a natural minor scale in blues? If so, how and when can I use it? Okay, so this is, for the most part, this is in, here, I'll tell you what. Let's go to the pedal. Let's go to the pedal cam here, and I'm going to record something in A minor, okay? So, this is me. And I'll show you that. I'll show you the minor, the natural minor. So here we go. Okay, so usually, you're going to use the blues scale for blues. Right? So that's blues. Now, here's what minor would sound like. Just natural minor. So, you don't don't use it too much for blues, but you could use it for blues, you know. So that right there was not bluesy as much as it was reggae, a reggae background. I'm not even sure why I played that, but nonetheless, you know, blues, when you're hearing that sound, it's really the blues scale, because if you're playing natural minor, it kind of doesn't sound as much blues-y, but it's not to say that you can't pull in some notes from there at all. It's totally legit to do. Okay, great questions. Man, you guys are killing it, man. Killing it. Loving it. Eric, can you talk about when power chords should be used? Can they be combined with full chords in songs, or should power chords be consistent all the way through a song? No, doesn't matter. You can use them for both, for sure. So power chords, on YouTube, type in YourGuitarSage power chords. And they're just used, you know, they're used a lot in punk, right? If you want a little Ramones there. But if we play the full chord, it's gonna have it's gonna be a prettier sound. So you know, mix and match. And here's the deal: what does your ear tell you? Because bottom line, that's what matters, you know. Or what does the ear of other people sound? You know, what are they telling you? Does it sound good? But no, it doesn't have to be done all the way like that. It doesn't have to be one or the other, you know. Randy's saying, I need to learn more about playing with a jam track. Great, Randy. Guess what? I have lots of new videos coming out inside, well, obviously the Unstoppable Guitar System. We have almost 600 handcrafted, you know, jam tracks with real instruments. Okay, these are professional sounding. These are professional jam tracks, and they sound incredible. Blues, rock, all sorts of stuff. Nearly 600 of them inside the Unstoppable Guitar System. Veterans, you're going to be privy to all that fun stuff. But also what I do is I do these visual jams, which is basically when you see the chord on the screen, you hear the jam in the background, and what that will allow you to do is be able to play according to the chord. Okay, so I have lots of these videos on, more of them coming out on YouTube here. I have a few of them already. Try YourGuitarSage jam track and see if that comes up, because I say it enough time. I think the YouTube voice robots probably pick that up and put it into the whole system there, so that if you search that, you should find it. Okay, I know some of that went over your guys' heads, but there's a lot of systems in place out there, computers and stuff doing crazy things right now. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna bump over to YouTube, and that's where we're gonna end it. Okay, I'm going to take a couple questions yet here on YouTube, and then we're gonna head out. Normally we do a 1-hour broadcast. We're gonna do like 1 hour and 40 minutes today because I'm having so much fun with you guys. Okay, real quick, before I get to some last questions here are the things you need to know. If you're a new player and you never ever want to get beyond the basics, but these are good basics, and every guitar player in the history of ever, I don't care what genre or who you are or how you play, these 30 lessons are literally, there's no guitarist on earth who doesn't either know these already or should know them, because they are the essential things, the basics. Okay, if you were a baby, it would be how to poop, how to walk, how to talk, those sorts of things. But missed by so many players, and that's why they're having issues. Get that free program. It's in the description of this video. Open up in another tab right now so you don't forget, YourGuitarSage.com/30, or write it down. Okay. Anybody who wants to get in there can get in there for free, and it's absolutely going to help you. Okay, that's for folks that are just intro to guitar, or they're never gonna say, I'm gonna learn more than the basics. Okay. Next thing to know is, for our veterans right now, until midnight of the 15th, of November 15th, we're literally giving you the entire Unstoppable lifetime membership, Unstoppable Guitar System, for free. It's worth $400. We did this last year, and we literally, I believe it was over $200,000 worth of lessons we gave away. Boom, right? That's cool. Thank you, veterans. The way to do that is in the description of this video. You'll see all that information, but basically you go to YourGuitarSage.com. Oh, no, sorry. For the veterans, email us, support@YourGuitarSage.com. We have a way to know whether you're a veteran or not. So do that. That will get you in there, okay? Please be patient because we always get massive response with this stuff, and I want to make sure that we get to everybody, okay? So that's number one. The other thing is, and let your other veterans know this. Veterans, if you have a friend of a veteran or a loved one who's a veteran, let them know about this. It's free. For those of you who are not veterans, we still are giving you a $200 coupon off today. Go to YourGuitarSage.com/thankyouveterans. Enter in the code thankyouveterans. All this information's in the description of this video. And that will get you $200 off instantly, okay? For folks that, we also have a payment plan. So for folks that are like, I can't get in there and do that. We have a payment plan, and it will give you half off of your first payment, okay? So you can know more about that when you go there, okay, and check that out. Other stuff, YourGuitarSage.com/live is where we always do our live stuff. It's how you can get on the hit list on when we're going to go live, okay? We do these live broadcasts every Thursday at 11 a.m. on Facebook and YouTube, so you can just put that in your calendar. Otherwise, the big live broadcasts you can find out at YourGuitarSage.com/live. Also, all the information that we talked about today, we have 134 people still in YouTube. That's amazing. And a bunch of people over at Facebook. All the gear that I talked about today, if you want to know more about that, I do lots of reviews almost on all that stuff. And that can be found in the links that are in the description of the video, but YourGuitarSage.com/gear or KIT.com/YourGuitarSage. All the answers that you need to know about that stuff is in there. Okay, I know there's probably stuff I've forgotten. We're doing 15 winners today after the broadcast. We're going to pick those winners on Facebook and Twitter, so please share this video. 10 winners will win ebook bundles worth $27 a piece, so we're doing 10 of those. That's $270. We're giving 5 CDs away, and one of those winners are also going to win my DVD of the Nashville Number System. And so basically we're picking 15 winners today. I'm going to get to a couple questions yet. I don't know if there's anything else that I've forgotten. If you're on YouTube right now, you don't know about me, thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to know about all the fun stuff that we're doing here. I just gave away my custom shop Strat this weekend. It left yesterday. Bye-bye. Never to be seen again. Custom wound pickups on it, hand wound pickups in the whole 9 yards. So I love giving stuff away. If you don't know that about me, I love giving stuff away. Lots of free information, lots of free guitars and tons of stuff because it's just fun to do. Okay, and so here you go. What type of pick am I using right now? Great question. This is just this is literally, this is an Ibanez, a 1.20 millimeter. That's a great question. What pick you're using right now? And I only have one of these, and it just so happened to be the one that I picked up. But it's great. It's great tone. But I love the Dragon's Heart picks. Those are some of my favorite picks. What is your opinion on the best way to improve finger movement and accuracy? Chad, exercises 1, 2, and 3 inside the Unstoppable Guitar System. I think 2 of those, the first 2, are available in the free course that I keep mentioning, YourGuitarSage.com/30. Okay? And practice those a bunch, okay? Okay, I love that you guys are talking amongst yourselves too about guitars and all that stuff. Great, love it. Love it, love it, love it. You guys rule. All right, friends, I am hungry AF. I have not eaten today, so I'm going to do that right now. It's almost 1 o'clock, and I haven't done any videos today other than this live stuff. But I love that there are nearly 200 people watching this video right now. That makes me happy. Thank you so much, you guys. You truly make my job the most fun job in the world, teaching people how to play guitar. Like, only as a kid would I have imagined that. And then they would have knocked the crap out of me as a teenager and in college to say, you can never do that. In fact, I had lots of people saying that. And here we are. And we're having fun. And we're learning stuff. So thank you so much for everything. You guys rule. Take advantage of these free offers, friends. If you have ever thought about playing guitar, there's 68 hours of material in this inside of the Unstoppable Guitar System. It equates to 36 cents per lesson right now with that discount, with that $200 off. All that descriptions in the all that information's in the description of this video. Otherwise, come visit me here in Nashville. We'll do those same 68 hours, and at $100 a pop, it'll cost nearly $7,000, right? Or take advantage of this stuff now. Free course, all that stuff. You know where to find me. I'm here for you. Please let me know how I can help. Love you guys. I'm going to go eat now.